Hi guys, this is Kaika again. I'm here with another video to talk about Japanese makeup. So I travel to Japan quite often. Not really quite often, but I had the chance to take a few holidays in Japan. And every time I go there, I would buy some makeup. Because a lot of the Japanese drugstore makeup are so much cheaper in Japan. Like, so much cheaper. So anyway, I'm gonna just share with you some of the makeup that I have used. Some of them are more high-end, but most of them are just drugstore, and just share with you why I like them and why I don't like them. So hopefully you find this video useful. So I recently bought this CANMAKE color mixing concealer. I like the fact that it's so cute. CANMAKE kind of repackaged their packaging recently, and all of their blushes, eyeshadow, concealer and everything kind of just sticks on this like cookie cutter shape packaging. So anyway, it's so cute. It's a color mixing concealer. It comes in 3 sort of color, and then it has a small little mirror here, and then it comes along with a little brush. So the brush has a normal brush in one end. It's a pretty dense brush. It's good for spot concealing, but I think it's a bit too stiff to blend out the edges. And on the other side, it's a smart sponge applicator. So they have a couple of colors. This is 01. It's in the lighter shade. So basically, as you can tell, it's a color mixing palette. It's for you to mix the 3 different colors in this little space here, and then just basically make your own colors. I find that the concealing power is moderate, it's average, nothing much to rave about. But generally, I think this little palette is really cute. I can see myself using it all over the face. I can use this slightly darker color for my under eye. The middle color, I can use it for my spots. And this color, I use it more to conceal the dark eye circles, just at the circle area, this little. I usually use the sponge applicator and dab a little bit of color, and then I blend it up with the black brush. Like I mentioned, I think that the brush is okay, it's not too bad. It's better than a lot of the other brushes I use in other palettes, even though I do think that this side is good for spot correcting, but to blend out the edges of your spots, I prefer to use my fingertips or use another brush that is fluffier. But overall, this I think is maybe $10 or less. Definitely worth the purchase, and it's just so cute. I really couldn't resist myself. This is another concealer from CANMAKE. This is their stick concealer. It's in the color, I can't tell what color it is, but I think it's in the fairest shade. This is the stick concealer. I've used it on many of my other makeup tutorials before. It conceals pretty averagely. Well, it conceals good enough. If you have very severe spots of very severe dark eye circles, I don't think this is gonna work for you. But if your skin is relatively healthy enough, then yeah, this works, and I think this is less than $10. CANMAKE is a really cheap drugstore makeup in Japan, but in Singapore they hike the price up by twice as much. This is the CANMAKE Stay On Balm Rouge. This is lipstick. The color is very natural. It's not very pigmented. As you can see, it takes me like 3 swipes to get some color on. It's more like a tinted lip balm. I'm not sure what I feel about it, because this is a bit more expensive than the other CANMAKE stuff I have. And personally, I think I can probably go Daiso and buy something similar. So I wouldn't really recommend it. But I guess if you're someone who likes a tinted lip balm and you apply it on your lips every day, then this is a nice investment, because it's very moisturizing. As for the staying power, I think it's average, not particularly long lasting, but it feels very nice on the lips and it looks natural. And so if you use it every day, then I guess it's worth the purchase. So this is the CANMAKE lip concealer, Moist In. So I like the fact that it is pretty moisturizing, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's concealing very much. Can you see? Can you even tell that it's concealing? It is really quite moisturizing, but it's not particularly the concealing power is not strong. It just kind of dulls out the lip color a little bit so that your lipstick will look a bit more pigmented. But I kind of feel that this is not really something that you need to purchase unless you enjoy doing a nude lip, or you are very into the gradient lip color thing now, and then you want to conceal the edge of your lips. But at the same time, if you're going to do that, I can just buy a normal concealer. It works just as fine. So I have my Dolly Wing eyelash glue. This is the new packaging. It's the clear one. It comes with a tip applicator, if that's what you call it. I love Dolly Wing eyelash glue. This is like one of the best eyelash glue I have used. I use it on pretty much all my makeup tutorials, if you guys have seen it, and just love it a lot. It stays on very well, it's easy to use, and it lasts the whole day. That's all I have to say about it. And I also like my Dolly Wing black eyeliner. Use it in pretty much all my makeup tutorials because I just like it a lot. It's very nice. The tip of the brush is just perfect. It's not too thin, it's not too thick. The color is very pigmented. It stays on to the lid for a fairly long time. Pretty much one of the longest lasting eyeliner that I have. And because I have hooded double eyelid, and I tend to sweat a bit around my eyes, I suppose. So my eye makeup always smudge quite a lot. And so this works very well for me. I also have the Dolly Wing brown liquid eyeliner. It looks exactly the same as the black one, except the color. I don't really like it as much as the black one because I feel like the color is not as pigmented. The consistency is just different. It feels very liquidy on the eye. But I guess if you like really natural color, it might work for you. Like today, I am actually using a brown eyeliner with a bit of black. So I have a little bit of black and a little bit of brown. But overall, I just don't like it as much as the black one. This is a real lasting eyeliner one day tattoo. This is the micro version. I really like it a lot. This is actually given to me to try by K Palette in Singapore. I like it because the tip is super thin. It's like 0.05 mm. It's a lot thinner than the other eyeliners out in the market. Look, not sure if you can tell, but yeah, it's half the size, and I think that's really awesome. It stays on the lid well, good enough. The color pigmentation and everything is good. Of course, I think it's not as pigmented as my Dolly Wing, but then if you're going for something that is so thin, I think they're going for the very natural kind of look. And supposedly it's good for beginners because it's, you know, with such a fine tip, it's harder for you to screw up. So yeah, I guess it's more for a very natural kind of look. I recently purchased this Line Hunter liquid eyeliner from Majolica, and I really don't like it because I think the color is just so... It's just not strong enough for me. I kind of like my eyeliner to be really strong, pigmented, and long lasting. I haven't really worn it out yet though, because I just opened it recently, but I really don't like the payoff. The color payoff here is a little bit too soft for me. But I guess I'll put it more to the test and tell you guys if I like it. Something else that I really like, and I vlog about it, is the Real Lasting Eyelid Brow Mascara from K Palette again. Again, this was given to me to try, but I really do like it. I like the fact that the applicator is very different. This applicator kind of allows you to put more of the product on your eyebrow without touching the skin. Even though I think it's impossible to not touch the skin unless you do it with a very skillful and light hand, but still, this design makes it easy for you to like comb through a big area without like clogging. I personally think they work really well. The color makes a big difference, especially for someone like me who have very thick eyebrows. Yeah, I have very thick eyebrows. I'm not sure if you can tell. So if you have thick eyebrows like me, changing the color of your eyebrow to match your hair makes a big difference. It really finishes the whole makeup. Well, they're semi-matte with a bit of gloss, so they don't really stand out too much on your brows, and I think most of the times we want our brows to be matte in color, and that's good. There's colors and swatches on my hand. Some of them are not going off so easily. Oh, coming back to CANMAKE, I have two of their blush. So let me start with the cream blush. This is the CANMAKE Cream Cheek. I love the packaging. It's like a little diamond. And I love cream blush because I'm someone who cannot survive without blush, because I will look really pale and thick, and usually I use like quite a bit of it like this, and then I tap it on the skin. It goes into a matte finish, which is nice. Not sure if you can tell. This color is the color 13. As you can tell, it's a very nice warm bubblegum kind of color, so I think it goes well with my skin tone that is more on the yellow side. Usually I will top it off with these two colors. This is the CANMAKE Cheek and Cheek blush. It's in the number 8, and as you can tell, it's a coral peach with a very light pink, like bubblegum pink. I really like this color combination. It works very well for me. Light pink just like instantly brightens up the face, and usually I would use these two colors. I just use my fingernails and dug into my palette. I just spoiled it. I had not eyeshadow palette, I mean my blush. So anyway, usually I would like use the pink and top it on top of the cheek color. I'm not sure if you can tell, and you see how like nice and vibrant it is. Sometimes I add a bit of the coral peach, and then I just blend it over just to give a bit of a warmth and depth. It comes with a nice little brush. I personally really like the brush because it's nice and fluffy. It's a bit on the dense side, so it's kind of hard for you to blend everything out seamlessly, but I just use my own big fluffy brush. The two colors are not as long lasting by itself. Sometimes even when I'm using the cream cheek color, at the end of the day when I look at the mirror, I kind of see like nothing left. I guess it's just not as long lasting, but it's a nice video color and it's very affordable. Both of them are less than 1,000 yen. The quality are really nice. I'm not too picky about it, and they perform well enough. The colors look good on my skin, and yeah, I'm just sold. And the packaging is so cute, so there's really nothing to dislike about it. On my recent trip to Japan, I found this Shiseido Sports Cover Foundation. Even though it's called foundation, but it's actually a concealer, and it's awesome. I like the fact that it's such a big bottle jar. I mean, this is 20 gram worth of product, so awesome. Quantity to money exchange is great, and of course it's a cream concealer. It conceals very well. Of course it's Shiseido, so of course the quality is there. Yeah, so this is the, can you see? Oh no. It almost covered the entire black eyeliner. I really like it. The only thing I don't like so much about it is that it might be a bit on the dry side, and it can tend to make your scabs look more obvious. But then again, it does a very good coverage, as in, you know, it really just covers the dark spots and the dark eye circles. I'm using it for my spots and for my dark eye circles today, and yeah, it's awesome. Another product that I really like from Japan is this. It's a budget eye concealer called Art Collection Tokyo. 100 yen store in Japan is not Daiso, but it's something similar. This is a cream concealer. It's the Art Collection Smooth Concealer. I bought it somewhere in April when I was there for the Sakuras. I like it so much that when I recently went back again in October, I bought another one. As you can tell, I'm already hitting the pan. It cannot totally cover the black eyeliner, but you kind of get the gist of how well it conceals. I like the fact that it's moisturizing enough, it's not too dry, so it goes on the under eye very well. In fact, for the most part, I use it on my under eye area more than on my spots, because I feel that it might be a little bit too oily for the spots. And I really like it because it's 100 yen! Woohoo! Because I like this one so much, I went and bought this, which is a loose powder. It's called a pore cover powder. It's from the same series, it costs 100 yen. It's basically a loose powder. It's more on the yellowish side. I really like how it looks when I first finish my powder. It makes me look like I have no pores at all. Awesome. It turns cakey after a while, and it just sinks into all your pores. It's so ugly. Even when I try to blend out all the holes that's created by this and by my own oil, it just wouldn't budge because it just looks awful. I look like just awful. So anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Be sure to leave me a comment, tell me what you think. If you liked it, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. And that's all. Bye.